Good day of Shabbos. I want to share with you two special lessons from this week's parsha. First lesson is based on an amazing story that I related last year from Rabbi Mansour Shul. I heard this from Rabbi Mansour about the Shlomo Busa. Shlomo Busa is a grandson of the Baba Sali, a very noted and well-respected tzaddik, Talmid Chacham. He was laning on Shabbos Kodesh, and he heard a little bit of murmuring during the laning. Maybe one or two people weren't able to control themselves. So at the end of the day, he got up and he turned to the kahal, the congregation. He said, "Listen, I can't hold back. I want to tell you the following. I have a tradition, and my tradition is based on Chazal. Chazal say, as we know, that by Matan Torah, every person that has any ailment, any sickness, someone that was blind, someone that was missing a limb, was cured. My tradition is that this could happen every Shabbat laning. If the congregation is quiet, and there's someone in the congregation that needs to be cured, there's a segulah that he's going to be cured. Special omen. And therefore he said that I've seen many miracles of people in congregations that decided to accept no talking during laning. They saw incredible miracles of people that are cured." That's what he said. And he said, it's such a chesed, such an opportunity. Forget about ourselves to help others. It's not easy. But if we decide, they say about Rav Moshe Feinstein Zichron Levracha used to learn Mishnayos during Eliyas. Okay, it's a little bit challenging, but decide, take something, a book, an exciting sefer, whatever it is, storybook, that in between the Eliyas you're also not going to speak. This way it keeps you focused, and when the laning starts, be in it. Try to understand it. You'll see it, first of all, transform you, and it's a chesed, especially the Shabbos. I think the Shabbos especially, because it's Matan Torah. And as I pointed out, that the Kriya Mores is as man, that the reading itself awakens the time. This is the ultimate time that this refuah should work. So first of all, we're following halacha, and it's better, and it's much more beautiful. But besides that, it's an opportunity to, whatever people have, ailments, emotional, physical, that they should be zeicher to have a refuah after the Shabbos. Especially that we say Shabbos Melizak, refuah kov leva. One of the pshat is that Shabbos itself has a refuah. That's also Milah has to go through Shabbos. The second lesson that I want to share with you is another interesting Chazal. Chazal point out that Moshe Rabbeinu spoke to the women first. Why did Moshe Rabbeinu speak to the women first? So Chazal bothered, and the Mefoshim explained the following: women represent the house of the house. Chachmas noshim b'anzaveda doesn't just mean why was a woman called a house. The Gemara in Kufyat Chesed Shabbos Rabbi Yossi called his wife a house. It sounds a little bit strange. Dear house. Dear bias, no, it's because I think, simple, it's referring to the fact that a house doesn't really hold itself up without the women, without the yiras shamayim, without the encouragement, without the davening, without the pouring of the tears, without everything that the woman does. And it's a role, especially today, when there's such a confusion. Women want to be like the men, and the men want to be like the women, and it's reached a point where you see that it starts just in thought, and then it actually, in actuality, in physical things, the shilas today of women that turn men and men that turn women. It starts from the thought that, wait a minute, I want a different role. But the Rebbeinu Shem says, by Matan Torah, you should know. Like the Gemara says in Daf Yud Zayin and Brachos, God that after Chosn Shenashim Yoyser Manoshim. Women's guarantee is greater than the men. And the simple understanding is, they are the ones that are making sure it's going to happen. They're the ones that Chazal, like Rashi says, they take the kids to school. They encourage their husbands. And that's the role. And of course, it's beautiful for women to learn. They get schar for learning too, Chazal say. But the ikr is their role. And the husband has to know his role. And each person in a home, each spouse has to know what their role is. And it's a gift. And Chazal are telling us that it began here, especially that women represent yiras shamayim. It says yiras shamayim, hitis halal. The first thing, and I mentioned this actually yesterday, a few people asked me already, I need a Rebbe, what defines a Rebbe? What defines a Rebbe is someone that has yiras shamayim. And yiras shamayim, reish is chokhmah, yiras shamayim. Yiras Hashem hi chokhmah. Yiras shamayim is the ikr, and that's something that women, that we get from the women. They instill that much more than the men. Havai should be zeicher that the Shabbos should be a refuah. It should be filled with yiras Hashem, and we should appreciate the role that the Rebbeinu Shem gave us, besides men and women collectively, that we are the teachers of the world. And we have to convey that to our children too. Hatzlacha.